Hold on to your butts.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hit my shit, but I'm on my shit. I have no chill. I'm who I are. I'm who I is.
Hey, welcome back to TDG. I am one half of the host, Sean, and to my left, no, right? My camera's backwards. To my right, I got King. Right now, King is putting together some content for us, and we have our guest, Grooming and Reviews, also known as Pete. And tonight's about Pete. So we're gonna be doing a checkup on Pete to see how his dating profile has been doing since. We're gonna see if we made the changes that we recommended, and if he did in fact make those changes, what kind of success or results that he received. So, Pete, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. What's up, man?
Doing good myself here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being a part of this. We appreciate that.
Pleasure.
Good. So I'm hoping, without going too far into it just yet, because King's still preparing our stuff, but like, do we have good news?
Yeah, actually, I did change some things. Change titles, info, all that stuff. I didn't get a chance to do the pictures yet because I have some good news there. And
Okay.
so let me get to the first good news. After I changed some of the things in there, my profile started hitting. I got a couple dates. Went out a couple times. A couple of them didn't go that well. One went really well. I still talk off and on, but nothing too serious right now. The changes, I'm not putting in pictures because I started the gym. So I'm already 5 pounds down.
Nice.
So
That's like to hear.
yeah. So my plan is right now, I'm very focused on me right now. I'm not stopped looking and dating, but I'm focusing more on me than dating right now. So I'm still going on. Reason I also stayed off a couple of websites. Now they're charging a lot more. I'm not paying for it. And before it was like, okay, you get 25, messages a day. Now you get one. I'm still not paying for it. So that's another reason why I'm not really focused on that. I'm trying to focus on myself right now, my health, and me not being a fat Greek son of a bitch to a good looking bitch or a Greek god. Either one is fine.
There you go. You got plenty to choose from. Lots of Greek gods out there.
Hey man, I'm cheesing over here. Let me jump in. I'm cheesing over here because that's one of the things that I talk about as well, right? Is that if you're going to be on the dating market, try to be the best version of yourself. I'm not saying you got to be out here and be chiseled with a six pack and everything like that, but if you have something that you should work on, whether that's your mental health, your finances, because there's too many people I think that are out here broke dating. I was one of them. I was out here broke dating. I didn't have money to be dating the way that I was supposed to be doing, trying to date, yet I was trying. Or you need to work on your physical fitness and your health. Yeah, do that. Take yourself off the market, work on yourself, and it's my opinion that when you do that stuff, you'll attract people naturally because you'll be confident about yourself and things like that. So, Pete, man, I'm happy, dude. I'm smiling for you, brother. That's awesome.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna
gym,
say I'm happy that our advice seems to have been, it's taken what's called taking root. Taking root. We're getting those seeds we planted is we're getting some good grass seeds here, or some good grass growing. So I like that.
And the weight thing is, I've been a struggle with my weight for years, off and on. Even I was very, very active as a kid, martial arts, tournaments, 4-time world grand champion, all 9 yards. Still struggle. Now that I've done a lot more research over the years with running the cry score I used to have, into doing a little bodybuilding on the side myself, I have all the tools. I'm just have to execute it correctly now.
That's right.
Good deal. All right. Well, hey, y'all, I am ready. We're going to go over Pete's prior dating profile first, right? And then talk about some of the suggestions that we had gotten from some of the ladies. We had several ladies in the chat during the last time that gave feedback. And then we're going to look and see if Pete incorporated that feedback, right? So let me get my life together here and share the screen. And these are going to be the pictures. It's the same ones that Pete shared with us the first time, right? So we talked about how having the picture of what he does, that's great. And, him with the beard and he's smiling, that was fantastic. We also said having the pick with just a dog. We said, get rid of that one, right? We were like, this picture doesn't really serve a purpose or
Right.
anything. It is kind of a hit and miss whenever it comes to animals, but the general consensus for the people that was on the live feed with us was to get rid of it. This picture with him and his dog, I believe at the time we said was fine. This is him and a famous actor / comedian at a Comic-Con. Where do we land on this picture, Sean?
I think we'd suggested he take that one out of there because it wasn't doing him any service there.
Gotcha. Let's see. Right here, boom. Hey, this is one of my favorite ones, right? It's showing him groomed up. You know what I'm saying? Smiling. He's got the flag in the background. This is one of the ones that was, hey, this is a thumbs up,
Yep.
All right. Now, we talked about, because this one is, I think this is Facebook dating.
Yeah,
and
is it? Or is it Plenty of Fish?
I'm not sure.
Plenty of Fish or Facebook dating, Pete?
That's Plenty of Fish, actually, the old one.
Okay, so it's POF. So talked about how what he was looking for. He listed something casual or long-term relationship, where he's located at, his job, and things like that. Now, hey, I'm not gonna highlight it, but I did see there was a change from this part of your profile to your new one that you shared. All right. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to get into. One of the major changes that we talked about is this is his old profile. He says, well, I hate talking about myself, but here we go. I'm originally from Greece. I currently live in PA, Strasbourg. I have a dog and I'm 37. Anything else, ask away. There was a general consensus that needed to be reworked. And Sean, what were the reasons why we told him that he needs to get that reworked?
The very first sentence, I hate talking about myself. You have to show that you're proud to talk about yourself, that there is something to talk about yourself that's important. Because if you show any type of degradation of your self-character, that's going to bleed through into anyone who's trying to figure out who you are. It's a red flag, as Brittany said, it's a red flag to the women. So you have to show your confidence, because women, they love confidence. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone who's going to be able to protect and provide for them. But if you're like, I hate talking about myself, and whatever goes, you're too laissez-faire, too nonchalant. They're not going to, they're not going to be attracted to that.
Yep. And we also said you should tell a story. Like, your bio should make somebody intrigued and want to get to know you. And we even had the beautiful part about when we did this the last time is we had the lady say, hey, based on what we've presented for Pete, how would you write something that would make Pete stand out, that you would read it and go, huh? Because at the time, what he said was, he was into mixed martial arts, and he was a cook, and that he was Greek. So we're like, man, you need to play that up. Like, you already got the hair and stuff going for you, man. Play up the fact that you're Greek, that you can cook for someone, man. Like those are all positive things that you need to really highlight and make somebody go, I need to know this guy more. And we had people write it up for him, and man, the feedback was fantastic. And we're gonna see, because Pete shared me his new the updates and stuff, what we did and how he put it in. Let's see. Brittany said anybody with no bio is a red flag. It says, I don't know who I am. I agree with that. I think that anybody that doesn't have a bio, they're just relying on their look. So it's like, hey, if you find me attractive and you like to bone me, hit me up. I think that's the way that just goes if you don't have a bio. I think Sean might say it, and Sean, I don't want to put words into your mouth, but being that I've gotten to know you, it also conveys laziness. You didn't take the time to write anything out.
Right. I mean,
laziness.
At the very least, you could fake it. Go find a blurb somewhere, copy and paste it. At the very least, do that.
Hey,
but if you got nothing in there,
Go to
Yeah.
Chat GPT, write me a dating profile bio.
That's a good idea. Might have to try that.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is some more of his pics from one of the different dating profiles. Same pictures, but this is a different site. All right. And I think we talked about with that same comic and actor, you know, not to have that. Having a group picture, I believe we said was fine as long as you don't have too many. And it also can't be the first photo. The first photo, I think we all agreed should be something just you, maybe something full body, but you definitely shouldn't have a profile that has a lot of group photos.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. I think that was the end. Yep. That was the end. Let me stop sharing my screen so y'all don't get all the details.
All the juicy good
Hey,
goods.
you look your credit card information up.
Hey, I'm glad that I did not have phub.com up. I'll just say that.
Oh boy.
So
So this is a family channel.
I think I missed okay, no, those were all of the main stuff. Now I'm going to bring up the updated stuff here. Let me scroll
Now
through
hold
this.
on before you bring it up real quick. I do want to ask
Sure.
Pete a question. He did say that he hasn't gotten a chance to update his photos yet. What was the reason behind that?
Because I'm focusing on a better me.
Okay.
Before I upgraded, I want to feel comfortable taking pictures, and right now I don't feel comfortable. I feel comfortable in my body, but I don't feel comfortable how I look, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you taking your own personal pictures though? Because here's why I ask. If you're taking personal pictures and you're doing self-improvement, then when you get to where you want to be, you can show that you have put in the discipline and the time to get from point A to point B. And a woman's going to respect that. She's going to love that about you. It's like, this guy was over here and he put in the work to get to over here. And that's going to translate into being a good father, being a good dad, being a good husband. So if I understand you're not wanting to take pictures and post them right now because you're in your metamorphosis, but make sure you take pictures, progress pictures. You can show your before and your after.
I actually is part of my plan. My plan is to actually keep track my progress and to see where I need to tweak or not tweak, and what I fail, what I don't fail. So that is part of the journey. Actually, taking pictures and documenting the journey as I go along.
Good deal.
Wonderful. Okay.
I like it.
All right, King, go ahead and proceed.
All right. So let me share the screen again. And I wish I could show both what he changed from on one side and what he changed to on the other side, but he spruced up the word. So a lot of the stuff, as far as the photos, he did say he didn't change those, but right here, okay. I'm originally from Greece. I
Nice. Put the
enjoy
flag
cooking.
in there. I like that.
Yep, the Greek flag. And I am a Grecian chef with a passion for life. And I can also throw down on the mat as well as in the kitchen. I have a passion for life. I enjoy trying different foods and when I can travel. Now, Pete, I don't want to put your business out there. And feel free to share it if you choose to. I'm reading this and I'm reading a couple of typos. I can say that typos can sometimes be a red flag for people, but are you comfortable sharing with people why there are typos on your profile?
Yeah, I'll be 100% honest, and I've been very blunt about this in the past because I learned it is not a crush; it's something I have to deal with, and I'm learning to deal with it. I have a reading spelling disability, so sometimes where I type thinking is right, it actually comes out wrong. And sometimes you using the speech to text, that's not always right either. I mean, you say XYZ and it being Z comes out for some reason. So that's the reason. I do need to fix those. Good thing you pointed those out because I didn't realize it.
Okay, and see, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my phone here, and I don't need to take my phone. I got the photos. Durr. I'm going to send these to one of your biggest supporters, Michelle Early, and she is a whiz with wording things. Great. you know, and things like that. I mean, she is a wordsmith for sure, and I know that she's not going to have any issues taking the time to get this updated. So I'm going to take this snapshot, I'm going to send it to her, she's going to pretty it up a bit, and then when she has it ready, I'm going to send it back to you. And when you're ready to really put yourself back out there as you're going through your changes and stuff like that, you know, she'll give you the more updated words that can stand out and pop. So because what you don't want to do is have people discriminate against you without getting to know you, because they're going to read this and go, man, this guy, you know, I'm having a hard time understanding what it is that he's writing. Like, next, you know, like, so they might skip over you without getting to know you.
Yeah.
So she said, what is she wording? You're going to pretty up his text that's right here, because he did take our feedback, he incorporated it, but we want to have it set up so that it's the readability's better. And then we're gonna copy, just tell him, hey, don't change nothing in this, copy it, paste it over. She says, I'm on it. All right. See, hey, like, so Pete's gotten to know her through me, but she's gotten to know Pete as well, and she's one of your biggest supporters. She also catches your videos and stuff too, Pete. So I figured she wouldn't mind helping
And I do
out with that.
appreciate all the support from everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. We're loving this.
Awesome.
So we want to see you succeed for real.
So let me go back, Pete. So to close this out, he did incorporate our wordsmith feedback, but he still needs to kind of tweak it a bit. He said that he's not going, or he hasn't updated his photos as of yet, which I did see one new one here. And I want to go back. Doggone it. I want to go back and make sure. So this one with you in the black shirt, that is a new one that's on your dating page.
And the first one actually is a new one too.
And goodness gracious, I can't click today. I thought I saw another one. Yes, right here. Okay, is this your mother?
My mother, and the one next to the other one, I'm smiling with my coworker being a dumbass in the back.
All right. Shout out to your moms over there. So yeah, so like having a picture with your mom, I think that's a plus, you know, that's a plus. People want to know that you have a good relationship with your family if they care about that stuff. Some people just don't care, you know.
A lot do, though. I've heard a lot of women say that, you know, they are going to judge your character. Actually, they say, see how he treats his mom, and that's a good indicator on how he's going to treat you. So that's a good thing.
I agree on that, because a mutual friend of ours, CQ, his wife told me once, I was like a year or 2 years ago, I can tell you're a good man because you take care of your mother. And that makes you more a husband type of man. And I took that, actually. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's right. Treat your mom good, and you'll treat your wife good, hopefully.
My mother's not easy to deal with sometimes. So like, you can have her for a week and see how you like it.
And I'm good. I got one.
All right. Hey,
my mom's more than enough.
People, who are in the chat, Brittany, if you're still around, God happen to me, Kay, if you're still around. I don't know if y'all heard Pete say that, you know, he's going to take the time to kind of work on himself and things like that. If you have any additional feedback, please put it down in the chat. Like, we're guys talking with another guy about his dating profile, but we love to get the ladies' opinion on what you're seeing out there in the dating marketplace, because that's what I call it. I believe you should look at it as a marketplace. How can you make yourself valuable to the people that you're trying to attract? So if you have any suggestions or any feedback, please put it down in the comment section. When this happened the last time, we had a lot of good feedback from people, so we like to make sure that we do that again. So Brittany said grown-up decor in your house. So Brittany, I would say, like me, I'm a gamer and things like that. If I had like my own spot, right, you might see a bunch of stuff in the background, gaming related and things. I'm curious if Brittany considers that grown up or not. I believe she would say no.
Yeah.
But I'm
And while
curious.
yeah, while we wait for anyone else to make a comment, just want to say if you guys are in the room, just go ahead and hit that like button for us real quick to slap it. Let us know you guys have come into the
Oh
room. It helps
yeah.
us with the algorithm as well. So we want to push this content out for more people, and hopefully we can get other people that can help out as well, not just Pete.
Yeah, hit that like button. Absolutely. Oh, so she said she's always looking in the back. Hey, ladies are detectives. Let me tell you, if there's something in the background, they gonna see it. If you have some food in your beard hair on a photo and you didn't catch it, I guarantee you that the ladies will. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're good with it.
Women want things to look intentional and well put together.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, I'm not trying to brag because I'm still working on my Studio B here, but you can see behind me my little background here. So it's a little slice of who I am. Um, so I'd have to turn around and see what I got. But I mean, the Mandalorian helmet back right there. I got my one piece of my gimbal for my camera when I go out there and go on vacation and want to shoot things. I got some literature that's from when I was learning IT. I don't read much more outside of that. Uh, and what else I have? Some more camera equipment back there. So as you can see, I'm into the taking photos and videos and experiencing life and sharing that. Over there, that is a piece of wood of I forget what kind of tree it is. But I got that when I was in Australia from a friend for Christmas. Um,
Nice.
but I mean, there's all kinds of things. I mean, that little thing right there, I feel it's called, but it's just like a piece of art basically. So I do like a little bit of art here and there. I'm not a big art buff, but these are just little things that make up who you are. And women are going to see that in your background of your photos. So
Mhm.
just make sure whatever you're putting out there is what you want to put out there, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, it
We
makes a lot.
got somebody else here on YouTube. Madeline said, just like Brittany, I always look to see if they have a messy house. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So hey, like I said, ladies are straight up detectives. Brittany said, I think this is to Sean. It's
Oh
organized
Lord.
and shows who you are. Now the rest of the room,
That's why the camera is right here.
hey, that's why my background is blurred.
And I thought I was on a hot seat.
Yeah, they don't
It's-
they go hard. Yeah, so
Let's see. God happened to me said, for some reason, I missed the first 11 minutes of the stream. Hey, that's okay. That's all right. We went over Pete's old profile, which you were a part of, and gave that feedback the first time. Thank you. And then we went into what his profile looks now. But the only thing that he changed was his wording, because he said he's waiting to update the pictures as he's actively working to get his physical fitness and stuff in shape. But she says, I will say that I pay attention to everything. I have OCD, so I notice everything, even if I don't want to. So that's 3 for 3. That's 3 for 3. All right. So we have a small sample here of ladies saying that they notice everything. Now, guys, when you're looking at the ladies' profile, and I'll start with you first, Pete. What is it that you're looking at when you're assessing dating profiles and people's photos?
This is gonna be a typical guy question. How attractive is she?
Yeah.
He fucking straight.
Yes.
How attractive is she? Hot? Is she a 10? Is she a negative 20? I cannot lay next to somebody if I'm not physically attracted to you.
Mhm.
Like, as much as I say, looks are not everything. Personality is more attractive than anything else, but I need to be some physical there too.
All right. Now, as far as like if they have photos with their friends, what they're choosing to show as far as attire, makeup, give us your thoughts on what you're looking at when you're taking a look at their photos and like, makeup, background. Do you care about that stuff?
Yeah, a little bit I do. I really never thought
I
about
like
it till now. I'll be honest, I never thought about it. Like, I gotta know if she's a girly girl, if she's a tomboy, if she's into gaming like myself, or if she's into comic book movies or in movies in general. I'm like, I have met females that I'm not into movies. I'm like, what? That's why I looked at him like, how are you not into movies? Okay, I get it, you're not into TV, but movies, I know people who are, into one thing, not the other. I have to have at least some kind of mutual ground that I can have a conversations with, talk about BS, whatever. And I guess it is a little bit. A background has a little bit to do with it. I never really thought about it till actually you guys said something.
Yep. And just like what God happened to me said, she says that she noticed typos, lighting in pics, grammatical errors, location in the pic, amount of grays in your hairs, color of lips, tells me if
Golly.
you're smoked or not. Good night. Hey man, they're like got those scouters like on Dragon Ball Z. Got the scouters and they're seeing everything.
Yeah, listen,
It's
Man.
over 9,000.
I get, okay, but my gray hairs, damn, can I ever get a break from that? King, do not make a comment. I swear to God, I'm gonna come over there and wax your head right now.
Hey
Ooh.
man, I'm trying to get my grays. Hey, I'm trying to get my peppers in. I want the peppery look.
You know what? It is a
You
funny thing.
can have mine.
I was told by several females, grays are more attractive than non-grays, and I'm getting both feedback here. Like half of them, like, nope. The other one said, yeah. I don't know which one to go. Maybe somebody can, help us.
Here's the thing. Most women they do like the grays, but like I said, it does come down to making sure you're looking tight, everything's shaped up. So I know you're at home, I know it's a holiday, and you're looking. I'm not looking my best either. I went for a bike ride. I haven't changed my clothes, but that's what. Trust me, your grades that you have now, women have no issues with that. Just as long as you tighten it up, it all comes together.
And actually, King can vouch for this. When he saw me in person last time, I was pretty fresh.
Yep.
See?
All right, so Sean, same question to you. As you're looking at dating apps and the photos of the ladies that you're swiping on and things, what is it that you pay attention to? What is it that stands out for you?
You ready for this? Car seats. Baby car seats. Toys in the background, kids' toys in the background. And typically women take pictures in their bathroom, so I got to see what their bathroom. I'm like, how cleanly is their bathroom? But I've noticed because I've been on dating sites for a long time. Because me and you about the same age, so we've been out there on the internet pretty much since it started getting picking up steam. And I've seen a lot of dirty rooms. Like, I think women are often dirtier in the sense where they don't pick up their clothes in their rooms if they know they're not having company. Because I've seen clothes on the bed, on the floor, in the closet, in the bathroom. I'm just like, wow, did you not realize you were taking a picture? I mean, at least scoot it off to the side.
Crop it or something.
Exactly. But that's basically what I look for. And also, the attraction. Because without the attraction there, I'm just going to skip to the next person. But with the attraction there, I'll give more leeway.
All right. Ooh, question. So I'm actually glad that you said that, and Pete talked about it earlier too. As far as attraction goes, are you looking at the photos first, seeing if you're attracted, and then reading, or are you swiping solely on attraction first and then figuring out based on their profile if you actually might want to meet them in person? Don't everybody speak at once.
I thought you were phrasing that to Pete. I was only half listening. Sorry. Was that for me?
That's for either one of y'all. So to make it simple, are you looking at the profile first and then swiping and then the pictures first and then swiping and then checking out their profile? Or do you try to do a mix of both? See if they're attractive enough to you, then read the profile to decide if it's going to be worth it to try and meet them in person.
Depends on what kind of time I have on my hands. If I've got nothing but time, I'll go through both. But if I'm short on time or heading somewhere, I just want to do a quick little swiping, I'm just looking at pictures first.
Okay.
With me it depends on time. I'll go through the pictures, check the background because I have a horrible story to tell you guys after that. And then I will read the profile because I need to see some common ground. Because if I start typing, and there's no, I don't know how to start a conversation. I need to know, okay, you're into, I don't know, hair, for example. No fun intended, guys.
Oh,
So
low
that
blow.
is but so that's like a common ground. Okay, you like doing hair. Okay, I know about hair a lot, so I can have a common ground to talk to you about it. The reason I checked the background, here's the reason. Years ago, I was dating this girl, and I'm not kidding you guys, 30 diapers up to here, piled up. And
Yeah.
I go, I am out. And I got out there as fast as I could.
Good.
I'm not joking.
Don't
She
put
goes
up with
to me,
that.
I didn't have time to clean.
Yeah. Stuff it in a closet. Put it under a bed. That's no excuse. No time to clean. Come on.
Yeah, so that's why I make sure I don't care if it's a little messy, but if I see like bottles all over the place, garbage, I'm like, I'm out.
Let's get into this. So, got up to me said, while your shirt is comfy, it is stretched in the neck right now. I can tell that you groom yourself well before this stream. I can also tell that you're anxious a bit, but comfortable right now. Would you think that that's a fair assessment? Are you
The shirt
anxious a
is
bit but
literally-
comfortable?
I just threw something in after the shower. I always groom myself in the morning, and I always fix the beard. Hit it with heat before night. I don't do it in the morning because of my work. I'm cook. It's got greasy. I gotta wash it no matter what. And she,
A little bit?
not really.
Not really? Okay.
Like, oh yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Brittany, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask. Britt asked if guys read profiles. I do. I
Yeah,
would
we do.
posit and say maybe about 7 out of 10 would. Like if I ask my homeboys, I'd probably say 7 out of 10 would say yes, they actually do read the profiles.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I go through a process. Check the pictures, check the background, then I hit the profile.
Okay.
Now, Pete, you said earlier on that now while you haven't updated your photos, you did update your dialogue in your profile, and you see you've gotten some success. So I mean, that's what we're here for. I want to hear the meat and potatoes of the success story. So give me at least 2. I mean, if you can
three,
give even give us more, then go ahead.
Give it all 3. The first one we were talking for a little bit. We meet for pizza. Conversation was fine. It just the traction level was not there. So
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: how old was she, if you don't mind me asking?
She was 6 months older than me. That's what it was. Difference.
Okay.
So
Did she have any children?
She had 1.
Okay. And how old was the kid? Do you know?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, go ahead. I was just curious. I think there's some details that are important.
The second one was great conversation, great everything. She came out with a lot of baggage that I wasn't comfortable with. Too much drama in her life, and I was very honest. Like, I'm not comfortable. And she goes to me afterwards, like, you know what? After talking to you and realizing it, I'm gonna take a break from dating until I clean up my baggage problems. And I think that she was very understandable. The current one I'm talking off and on, like I said, is because of time issues, schedule issues. Things are going great right now. We're just talking and hanging out and trying to get to know each other. I don't have a lot of free time, and she doesn't have a lot of free time. So we're enjoying each other's company right now.
Gotcha. How many meetings have you guys had, or how many dates have you had with?
We really haven't an official date, but the first time we met, we walked around a park. She decided, and the same day I got in my accident.
Into an accident?
Yeah, I ran over a deer.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
right.
traffic, hit this deer and shot under my car, ran it over, $11,000 in damage, brand new transmission.
Oh.
Yeah, I just gonna get rid of it, and I got a new car, a better car.
Man.
Yeah, a big upgrade, but it came with a nice tag with it. But we hanged out a couple more times, twice here, 2 more times at her house, and recently she came over again, just chilled, watched the movies, talked a little bit. So about almost 6-7 times we hanged out so far.
Okay.
Hey,
That's
hold
progress.
on. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's good. So when y'all are meeting, is it her place, your place? Like, what's kind of like the ratio?
The schedule, really.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah.
how old is this young lady?
She's a little bit older. I can't remember off my head, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Hopefully
No
she's not
problem.
watching.
But obviously she meets your attraction
Yeah.
preferences.
We do have good conversations. I enjoy that. Where is it going to go? We all is up in the air, and she understands that, and I do understand that too. So depends which way it goes. Hopefully it goes well, but I don't have a bulb to say, tell me the future. Anything can happen.
Gotcha. And not to get too personal, but have you guys gotten any personal, any more personal, if you get what I'm saying? Okay, got it. Picking up what you're putting down.
Let's say the bedroom was very friendly a couple times.
Oh,
Hey,
all right. Rearrange some furniture. Got it.
Furniture has been rearranged. Kendra G is an online radio personality. She got famous in COVID for having this show called the Kendra G Dating Show, I believe. And one of the things that she asked and she talks about, so she has people come up, she asked them what it is that they're looking for, the type of person and things like that. And she also asked a question. She says, you don't have to answer it, but when was the last time that you've been intimate with somebody? I've heard people say that there's no reason to ask that question because if somebody tells the truth, you think that they're lying. And if somebody dodges the question, then people automatically assume, well, they were probably just having sex with somebody yesterday. How do y'all feel about that question? I know Sean just asked Pete. I know if I was ever asked it, I wouldn't mind answering the question. But some people think that it's too crass of a question. I know Sean just asked it. Pete, were you okay with him asking that?
I was okay asking because, I got to know you guys, but if somebody randomly came up to me and I'm sorry, just first on a date, oh, when last time you got laid? I'm like, the hell kind of question is that?
Right.
It's something, or we're just getting to know each other. That's not a kind of I like in a first conversation or a couple first conversation. I think that's something you should build up over time to have that conversation.
Okay. Brittany says that there's no point in asking that because people lie. I honestly don't know where I sit with the question because it wasn't until I kind of read some of the comments of people talking about it, her asking it on her show, that I kind of was like, you know what? I stand kind of 50-50 on it. I don't think you glean anything from asking it, but I think it is an interesting question to ask somebody.
You can sometimes tell, not in this situation, but you can sometimes tell if this person's, more likely to tell you the truth or more likely to lie to your face, because people do have tells, especially when they're going to lie to you. Sometimes they'll pause, they'll look off to the left, because the thing is, when you last had sex, so if it takes you a long time to be like, well, I don't want to answer that, it's like, okay, it was last week, But
Brittany said
there's information you can get from it.
Britt said, if it's been a while, I'll tell the truth. But if it was last night, I ain't saying ish.
See? That's I just told you. Bam. Who knows you better?
Voice goes up 3 octaves like, well, you know what, man? I think it was about I'm looking up and my voice going up 3 octaves.
See, as men, they expect us to go from a woman to woman to woman sometimes. And that's not actually true either. Sometimes we take break from being sexually too, and just relax and chill and just do us for a while.
Well, this could be a whole different topic or a whole live stream in itself. The culture that we live in, where there's a bit of a double standard, right? If a lady's got a body count that's, up to a certain amount or whatnot, like, oh, she's a hoe, she's a 304. Like, I'm not really trying to get with that unless I'm just trying to have fun, versus a guy having a certain count or whatnot. One would assume that he knows what he's doing and things like that, man. And it's a complete double standard. I don't make the rules, but culturally, that's kind of how things are.
It's funny. I just had the same conversation with somebody recently, and I was just saying, like, it's funny how when I was in a serious relationship, women was literally throwing themselves at me. I'm like, like candy, and now crickets. I'm like, seriously? Like, they smell the prey. They told me. That was the answer.
Yeah, they do say there is something to it. I don't know if it's pheromones, but they have something they're able to pick up on, whether they know you're with someone or not. But there's something within, almost like a sixth sense, that they can kind of tell you're with somebody else, and that
Mhm.
in itself makes you more attractive to them when you're with somebody rather than when you're single. So I guess we go some sort of pheromone or smell, whatever it is. But they know, and they
Hmm.
like the competition. They like knowing that someone else has you because that tells them you have value.
Yep.
Yep.
And while I say that there's pros and cons to both sides, there's also a con to a guy if you're asked that and it seems like you haven't got any strange or you ain't sniffed nothing in a long time. That's
Mhm.
like there's a saying, a lady doesn't want anyone that no other lady wants, right? So if you hadn't been with somebody in a long time or whatnot, for a guy, that's more harmful, really, because it doesn't convey attraction, which I think is, I mean, it is what it is.
Mhm. Yeah, so Brittany says it's the competition between women. That's for certain. They love to compete and go after another man's man and not think anything about it. As long as they get it, they figure that they've won. But when it comes to men, we typically don't go after another man's woman because we don't want what another man has had. Most of us. There
Hold
are
just
some
one
grimy dudes
second.
out there.
I would
I'm sorry,
say,
what's up?
I ain't trying to get shot by nobody for
You know what?
stepping on. You know what
Also
I'm
that.
saying?
This is a funny story, and it's a true story actually. One of my coworkers he's very jealous of me and very timid by me. His girl works with us. I'm looking at him like, one, I'm not attracted to her. I'm like, dude, there's nothing to be jealous about me or intimidated. I'm a regular dude, just like you, and you're 45, no, 47. Excuse me, and you're intimidated by guys who's 37. Do you see the problems here, or is it just me?
Hmm.
Well, that's just like the psyche of men. We are help me out here, Kim. I'm losing my words as usual. We're territorial. It doesn't even matter.
Territorial,
Like,
possessive. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So, is if she is mine, then she must remain mine. And any other man that male that's in the vicinity is a liability. I have to keep my eyes on him. I gotta let him know that I see him. I gotta let him know that, hey, this is mine. It's not yours. Don't touch it. Now we're not gonna say it in those many words. Some guys will, but most guys won't. But we have to let it be known. We have to assert ourselves. We gotta basically pee on the tree, let them know, that this is mine. So
In
hey,
a
we
funny,
gotta mark our territory.
and I yeah, in a way, yeah. But I have to sit down and have several conversations with him, and we're like, listen, like, I'm not attracted. No, not happening. And he has in his head like something about me. I'm like, oh God, this guy cannot give up
But
about me.
you know what probably is? Probably because she has said something to him at some point in time that referenced back to you, and he's like, "Why even thinking about that dude?" And he's like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
some doubt there.
I can
Maybe
see that.
maybe your
Maybe.
beard is better than his. Maybe it's because you're
Oh, I do
younger,
have
you're more
better hair than him.
virile.
I'm not gonna deny that. I do have a better, and I have more hair than him.
There you go. And women can be fickle. I mean, you can be doing something you don't even realize you're doing, but it's jingling her bells, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's all it takes. So as men, we know that.
yeah.
So we gotta mark our territory.
See, I follow the rule is if you were my boy's ex, I don't go near that. Boy code.
Hmm.
Oh, are exes off limits?
Yes.
A
Are
lot of
exes of your boys off limits?
Exes, girlfriends, girls you hooked up with, a girl you were talking to, anything you were doing with that girl is off limits. And if you do something, you're a scumbag in my eyes. I'm sorry.
now, is
Okay.
there a time frame on that? Is there an expiration date to?
I mean, a decade
I
goes
put
by,
it
you
this
happen
way.
to see Cindy, who used to be your homeboy's, wife, and they've been divorced a while.
I put King. I'm going to use you as an example. King, everyone knows he's been divorced 5,
Mhm.
6 times. But the one is off limits. It's been what, 20 years you've been divorced now?
No, man, I've been divorced since 2019.
Okay. Those couple of years, it doesn't matter if it's 3 years or 20 years. It's off limits in my book.
Really? What if it's just little?
Do that again, Sean. You know that's getting clipped, right?
I know.
Oh man.
Turkey call. So I'm sorry.
God happened to me
I mean-
said that the least attractive man in the world is the man who is with a woman that is pathetic and desperate. And she's speaking to earlier where she talked about how a lady will try and go after somebody that's taken. And I mean, look, you can say that you might believe that, right? You say, hey, if I know somebody's with somebody, or how do I say this? Because like when I was married, I didn't wear my ring a lot because I was in aviation. So, as I was working at things like that and not wanting to lose my ring, I just didn't wear it. So one of the tells besides pheromones and things is, are they wearing a wedding band? Do they have what they call it, like the wedding band
Tan
tan or
mark?
whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you couldn't really look at me and readily know that I was with somebody. Would you find me attractive and then, oh, he's married, and then go, yuck? How does that work? Pete, question to you: When did you come here to the U.S.? I think God happened to me is trying to spruce up your profile. So you need some additional information.
So the story is, I was born here as an infant. When I was going into second grade, I got shipped back to Greece, thinking we're going to be moving there. And I came back officially and done with in sixth grade, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, so you're talking 98.
98, 99, around there.
Man, I can't believe I actually hit that on the head early on. Me
Oh,
in public
hey.
math does not do well.
Everybody gets like
even a broken clock's right twice a day.
All right. Hey, I have to jump. Do y'all want to finish up without me, or is this a good time to wrap up and schedule a follow-up here in a couple of months when Peace done got Brolic on us?
I think we can wrap. I mean, I don't think there's much more we need to really touch on today. We've touched on a good bit of things, good bit of topics.
Yeah.
Some great,
Okay. I'm sorry.
from the comment section, So yeah, I'm sorry. We have King.
No, so I was just going to acknowledge the people that came in during the live stream, offered feedback and suggestions and things like that. I wanted to say thank y'all for doing that. I also wanted to thank Pete for coming back. We did this a couple of months ago. He's taken our feedback, and while he's incorporated the word feedback, he says he wants to level himself up a bit, work on his physical fitness and things like that. So Pete, we're going to hold your feet to the fire. Like, just like you were willing to come back and do this, we want to see those improvements, man. So we're looking at June right now. 6 months is a good long time to really work on things. So let's try to make sure that we get you back on here before this year closes out with those improvements and things
right
like that.
now. Sorry to cut you off, Ken. My goal right now
Go ahead.
is I'm going to Comic-Con. And when I take my pictures with my new celebrities I'm taking, I want to look good. I don't want to look like what I looked last year. So at least that's my short-term goal. My long-term goal is to be shredded for next summer.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So Comic-Con, he's talking about New York Comic-Con. That's like September of this year?
October. It's always in October.
October.
Yeah.
Okay.
October.
So let's see, June, okay,
Real nerds know that, King. You're a fake nerd, a phony.
Hey, Mandalorian nerd, Sean, nerd. Okay, so let's see if we could get you back on just before you go to Comic-Con, man. Hey, look, you've got my support, man. I'll try and do some check-ins with you from time to time. I too am also looking at working on some things to improve my physical fitness, so that I can have thunder and lightning pull up. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't announced this yet, but I'm going to announce it right now. I will be starting a series on my channel called Fat to Fit, My Journey. I'm in the process of documenting every day after my workout, how my workout went, what I'm supplementing. I'm not trying to be a fitness new influencer. I just want to share my journey out there. So It's under progress right now. I want to get a couple weeks in before I actually launch it. I'm not sure what day I'm launching it, but it's coming soon. So
are you going to have it on the same channel, Grooming and Reviews?
Yes.
Just it's going to be its own playlist. Hey, dude, I'm there for it. I am therefore like part of my TikTok algorithm. I like to see people that take the time to put in hard work and really change themselves around. So a bit of my TikTok algorithm is men and women that have transformed themselves. So, dude, I can't wait to see it, man. I know you can do it.
It's hard work. My hardest part is actually getting to the gym after working 8 hours in a hot kitchen and going to the gym and sweat even more.
Yeah.
All
with
right.
you.
I like it.
My days are
I
12
like
hours
it.
long to go to the gym. So I go from
Yep.
work to gym, spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours in there, ride the metro back home. It takes me about 2 hours to get back home. So my days are about 12 hours long with the gym. So
You
I get it.
feel me then.
All right. Hey, Pete, man, thanks for joining us, brother. Sean,
Anytime.
you have the floor to close out the show, and then we'll play our closer.
Hey, once again, everyone, just appreciate you guys for watching and joining. If you're watching live, appreciate it. If you're watching this on a replay, appreciate it as well. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And make sure you tell some friends about our channel as well. We're trying to grow this channel. More new content is on the way. We're getting ready to do those street interviews as well, like I talked about, and the live sit-down chats again like we had before. And I just want to express to the men out there, always keep doing your best. Just like Pete is doing right now, he's working on himself. You can never be, just be better than yesterday, basically. We're going to make that into
like
some
that.
sort of new slogan. Be better than yesterday. So
I like that.
that's all I got for you guys. Pete, did you have any questions for us before we sign off?
No, I am actually good on my end.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
once again, I appreciate you guys coming up on here. So it's been TDG, and TDG is signing out. You going to sign us out, King?
Yep.
Oh, I thought
Peace.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, you can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't had no chill. I'm who I are, I'm who I is. Taylor Susan, I play the part. Fuck a vibe, how you mesmerize. Black Austin pies, man, that I'm stupid. Then again, oh so clever. On my loony, pull that lever. Talk my shit, I'm talking hell.